What's up, everybody? In this video, I'm just going to share a few thoughts about the two songs that Megadeth has released so far from their upcoming album that's coming out in January. So far, they've released two songs. One of them is called I Don't Care. The other one is called Tipping Point. Now, we'll start with I Don't Care. Um, I don't really care. I don't care for this song. No, I'm just kidding. Well, actually, I'm half kidding. I don't really care for this song. It's definitely not one of their best, but I wasn't expecting it to be. It kind of has this song has almost like it feels like it could be a B-side from what was their album with like Sweating Bullets and Symphony of Destruction. Countdown to Extinction. That's the name I was looking for. It sounds like it could have been like a B-side from maybe Countdown to Extinction or what came after that? Was it uh, was Victory? Was whatever the one that came after fuck, I can't remember the name of it, but whatever the CD was that came after. Oh, Euthanasia. It sounds like it could have been like a B-side from one of those albums, which I like both of those albums. So the song itself isn't bad. It has like an old school Megadeth kind of feel to it. The production quality is really good, which I really don't like. I think all metal nowadays is just way too fucking sterile. It just sounds too clean. I don't like that personally, but if you like that polished, clean metal sound of modern metal sound, then this song's got it. It sounds real clean. It's not a bad song again. And the first time when I first listened to it, it's got more than one guitar solo in it. The first solo I thought was it, and I was like, "Are you kidding me? Like that's it for a Megadeth song? That's all you got was like it just had like a little simple solo, which I just thought was weird because usually their solos are fucking insane. Like Megadeth. I mean, say what you want about Megadeth and Metallica, but I mean, you can't. I don't think you can argue that. I don't think you could argue that Metallica's guitar solos are better. Unquestionably, Megadeth has had better guitar work. As a guitar player, I can tell you 100%, it's way fucking harder to play Marty Friedman and Dave Mustaine solos than it is Kirk Hammett or James Hetfield 100%. But anyway, so later in the song, I don't know. There's more. I don't care. There's more. There's more guitar solos in it, and I was like, oh, okay, whew, Dave. Dave didn't let me down. Yeah. So it's good if you're a guitarist and you're into the Megadeth's guitar work. It's got it's got some solos and it's got some good stuff in it. So on the whole, it's not a terrible song. Megadeth fans who want to hear some new music will be, I think, be happy with this song. Like I said, it sounds like something from the early 90s. Not one of their better songs, but it sounds like on par with some of that stuff. Um, so that's my take on the first song. The second song, Tipping Point. Um, Speaking of guitars, the intro to that song, the guitar sound reminds me so much of the song Liar from So Far, So Good, So What. It's not even funny. I wish I could play them back to back, but there's probably copyright issues that I can't do that. But Lie. Oh, I could probably. Well, I I used to be able to play Lyre on guitar. I'd have to relearn it, and then I'd have to learn this song. So I'm not going to do that right now. But they're very similar, like really similar. And I don't know if that was intentional or not. If it wasn't, I don't know how the fuck Dave missed it because it sounds just like Lyre, the riff. It sounds like a slowed down version of Lyre. Same. I think it's the same chords, maybe slightly different order, slightly different. Just but it's so that whole song, all like Tipping Point. Listening to that song, there's only two thoughts that I can think of. The whole song is one thought is this sounds like Liar, and the other thought is for some reason the name Tipping Point reminds me of the name Turning Point of the song by Phil Anselmo's band, the Superjoint Rituals, who's awesome, and Turning Point is like, or is it? Yeah, Turning Point was the no, was it no Boiling Point, Breaking Point? Fuck, I can't remember the Turning Point. Okay, I just looked it up. I was right. The song's called "Waiting for the Turning Point." For some reason, Tipping Point made me think of "Waiting for the Turning Point," which is an incredibly awesome song. If you don't know that song, go listen to it. Superjoint Ritual, or it might just be called Superjoint. It was one of Phil Anselmo from Pantera's side projects, and they were fucking awesome. Their first two albums are awesome, but that was on I think the second album. Look at that song, "Waiting for the Turning Point." But anyway, "Tipping Point," like I said, it sounds like "Liar." That's all I can say is it sounds like "Liar." It sounds like a shitty version of "Liar," which is an awesome song. If you don't know that one, "So Far So Good, So What," I had that on cassette back in the day. My buddy gave it to me. He stole it from his brother and gave it to me. And oh man, I love that album. They Megadeth fucked that up. They re-released it like 20 years later, and they remixed it and remastered it and fucked it up big time. It's just they fucked it up so bad that I think they had to go and re-release the original one. Which a lot of bands do that. They remaster and re-release albums because to make them louder, to make them more competitive with the loudness level of modern music. And a lot of times they add all kinds of extra stuff that just fucks it up, and that's what Megadeth did with that album. But anyway, we're not talking about old Megadeth. Although actually, I will talk about old Megadeth in one of these videos because I fucking love Megadeth. I like them even better than Metallica. I like Megadeth's first 5 albums even better than I like Metallica's first 5 albums, and I love Metallica's first 5 albums. So yeah, my overall feeling of Megadeth's first 2 songs from their new album is, they're not terrible, but they're not great. They're okay. They're new Megadeth. I'll take it. It's they say it's going to be their last album. Who the fuck knows? Bands all the time say, "Oh, this is the last tour. This is the last album. This is the last this, the last that," and then a year later they're back on tour or back in the studio. So who the fuck knows? Maybe it. I mean, they've been at this since the early '80s, or I'm sure. I mean, it could be the last album, but I don't know. All I know is the album comes out in January, I believe, and I don't know the name of it off the top of my head, but I'll be getting it, and I'll do a review of the full album once I get it. But those first 2 songs, they're decent. They're Megadeth, but they're nothing special. They're not finding their way onto my metal playlist or my rock playlist or anything like that. Their songs, listen to a couple of times and forget them. But for Megadeth fans, it's a new Megadeth, and the fans, the true fans will like it, but the more casual fans will probably feel the same way that I felt about their last several albums, which is like, they're not terrible. They're at least they're better than Metallica's last few albums, but like Metallica, Megadeth, in my opinion, their first 5 or 6 albums were awesome, and everything after that was just kind of yeah. Although Megadeth has a few later songs that I like, whereas Metallica, they just as soon as they chopped their hair off, their talent went out the fucking window with it because they just have sucked ever since. But anyway, that's my long-winded review of 2 songs that I could have done in 2 minutes, but I gave you my opinions on all kinds of shit that nobody asked for, because that's what I do. Thanks for watching. Till next time, be well.